Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, you join us for episode 2 of the collaboration between David from Emily Media and myself on the old editing wars. Nah, but seriously, it's been really good fun, episode 1. But lots of good feedback from yourselves. Thanks ever so much for getting in touch. And the images are still coming in, so that's great. So as long as you keep sending your images in, I'm sure, well, I'm up for it, and I'm sure David will be. We'll keep making these episodes once a week, once a fortnight, you know. So yeah, thanks for sending them in, and keep sending them in. It's keeping us busy anyway. So we've upped the game a bit for this episode 2. We're going to try and keep every image under 3 minutes. We've got a counter on the screen now as well, which adds a bit of pressure, a bit more fun. We've got 5 images again, so without further ado, let's crack on. Right, great image here from Cameron. Thanks for sending this in, Cameron. Cracking angle. So what we're going to do first, a crop, but not too much I don't think. Again, I'd like the cyclist to be going into a bit of space, so let's just give him a bit of space that way. Horizons wise, well, I'm going to leave it as it is. I don't know if we could twist it or not. We could possibly bring it round a bit. I'm just looking at these trees in the centre. If he's on a wide angle, should that be vertical? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Will it work like that? I don't know if they should be vertical really or not. I'm just looking at these 2 trees that's either side of the cyclist that's framing the cyclist nicely. Tell you what, let's just have a look at that. How's that looking? I'll bring it round. I'm not going to go anymore because I don't want to lose any more room, but that's sort of vertical now with these trees going in. Well framed, Cameron, it's great. Right, I'm going to use my F5 action again, see what it does. Oh, that's not bad actually. Right, I wonder if I can get rid of these with the content aware tool. Let's hit L. I'm just going to go, let's go round all of it and see what it does. Might just be nice to get rid of that bit of glare. Just takes your eye off the cyclist a bit. That's the mountain biker. I wonder what this will do. Probably won't make a mess. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can work with that. Right, I'm going to use the clone tool. I'll make it 1 minute 37 already. Just going to use the square brackets. I'm just going to clone those bits of green out. So, let me do it. And I'm just going to it's just got a bit smaller on the brackets. Just want to take that down there a little bit if I can. Just colour that in a bit because there wasn't a gap there before. Cheating a bit with the clone tool, I know, but I think it'd be better than a glare. I'd love to know if Cameron left it in on his edit or not. Right, that's okay. Let's go for a slightly larger brush. I'm going to go down on the opacity a bit to 65% and see if I can just get rid of this green a bit. How's that looking? That's better. That's better, isn't it? Let's just take that down a bit. See if we can just get rid of that bit there, and then I'm going to zoom out and see how it looks. Oh, you can still see quite a lot of green, can't you? Can you or not? That's not bad. I don't think you would know it was there. I don't want to mess around too much because I'm wasting time on this. Let's just get rid of that bit of green there. Good bit of green there. I reckon that'll do it. Let's have a look at that. That's spot on, that is. Right, I'm going to go for a little bit of sharpening. I think we can probably bring him out a bit. Let's have a look at 2 on that. 2, 0, into cracky 3 minutes 27. Brightness and contrast. Let's have a look, see if we can bring the cyclist out a bit. I don't know if that'll do us, I think. Colour wise, colours are great to be honest, I'm pretty sure. No, we don't know red's out in the sun really. I think the reds down a bit. Just brings the cyclist out, doesn't it? Ooh. I wonder if I could just dodge his facing a bit. I don't know, is that better or worse? So you look at that. Oh, 4 minutes 26, crikey, I think we're going to have to go with that. I mean, you could work on this for a while, perhaps, just to get... I like this, though, with the sun, so... Whoa, I think we're going to have to go with that. Let's just take that down a bit. I know I dodged his face out, but I burnt his face out. I'm going to dodge him back in again, I think. Right, that'll do. 4 minutes 54. Crikey. F2 is being saved. There we go. Job's good then. Over to you, David.
Okay, and this one's by Cameron Smith. Backlit photo. Those are usually hard. Okay, Canon 6D 24-105. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be a challenging one. But I saw in Mark's Facebook group the other day someone using the dehaze in an interesting way, so I'm gonna try to replicate that. I'm not gonna do it on the whole picture though. I'm just gonna use it on the sun there. See if it works. Yeah, okay, you see how the rays just get a little bit more defined? So yeah, let's keep that. Right. Now, editing this picture. It's a little bit underexposed, not too much though. Although, what I think I'm gonna have issues with here is the actual rider here. But let's work on everything else first. Shadows. Whites. Yeah, definitely want to bring them down. See, look at that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to recover everything, I don't think. And that's okay. And what else? Texture might actually work on this one. Let's see. Okay, see, it's getting defined a little bit. 100, maybe it's too much. Around 61 maybe. Okay, I like that. Now I want to bring down the sky just a little bit, so let's go to the exposure, just this corner. Okay, just a slight radial, and same for this one. Some sort of one-sided vignetting to focus even more on the rider. Okay, now working on the rider itself, I think we're gonna have to work on the blacks there. So I'm gonna try to grab a radial filter that affects him, or most of him anyway. Which is gonna be hard because he's smack by the sun. It'd be nice if he was covering it or quite far away from it. Actually, let's ignore the wheel. Let's just go in. Okay, now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so let's check the before and the after. Slightly underexposed still. I'm happy with that. Maybe cropping. I actually like this crop, to be honest. Just for YouTube, it'd be better if it was 16:9, because then you can go full screen with the picture. But no, you know what? No, I like the crop that he had. So let's go back on that. See, some of the commands I cannot press because he would stop recording the movie. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let's just go tab, press Y. Yeah, it's a challenging one to edit for sure. I'm gonna have a hard time keeping myself under 4 minutes, but I think I'll manage. Yeah, this would be my edit for this picture. Thank you for submitting it, Cameron.
So that's my edit, Mark. Now back to you.
Here's the two frames for you to compare. Right, nice rallying frame here from Rames. Thanks for sending this in, Rames. Just looking at the horizons, I think it's on a bit of an incline anyway. That's why all the weight's gone to this front left corner. Just looking at these posts here, definitely a bit of an incline. Right, let's go with a 16:9 crop for a start. Let's just enter that, and we'll just bring those pillars or posts or signs, whatever they are, sort of pretty much vertical. That's not far off. And then people look alright. That tree looks alright. Just bring that in. I want to keep as much of that dust in as I can. Let's just bring the car down a bit. Looking quite nice. Plenty of space for him to drive into. I'm just going to see if the content aware tool can handle getting rid of this truck's rear corner. So hit the L key. Quick drawing around it. Out of the frame. Hit Shift Delete. So content aware, we're at normal, we're at 100% opacity. Hit enter, let's see what it does. Yeah, that's not bad at that. D to deselect now. There's just a bit of fluffiness there on the edge of that drawing. So what I'm going to do is just use the clone tool. Just take a bit from there, look. Just to get rid of that fluffiness. Let's take a bit of dot. There, just for there, and a bit there. Just cram that over. Bring them stones into there a bit. Let's have a look at that. It's only a quick job, but you wouldn't know that was there, so that's okay. Right, now I've got a football action, where there's a bit of contrast, a bit of sharpening, a bit of colours. I'm going to hit that action on this one, so that's my F5 key, so hit F5, see what it does. Should punch it up a bit. Yeah, that's nice. Happy with that. That's looking good. Now we're looking for sharpening. Yeah, happy with that. Might just come in a little tighter on the crop. Just lose a bit of that dust. That's it. That'll do. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let's just take a little bit off here as well. Just a tad, just to get the carbon central again. Might just move him back a bit. Have a look at that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. F2 to save. 2 minutes 42 seconds.
Okay, so this one was shot by Rames. Thank you for submitting your picture, Rames. Let's start with the crop. Now, this truck here in the foreground, it's going to be hard to keep him there without cheating, and I don't want to cheat. And I want to keep this dirt on the back. But yeah, I'm gonna have to change the aspect ratio here. 16:9. This way I can avoid having those people there in this sign and still keep the car in the rule of thirds. I'm just looking at the tree on the background for the cropping. I'm pretty happy with this. Now let's go down. Chromatic aberration, lens correction, yes. Exposure wise, so far looks good. Contrast, let's give it a little bit of contrast for now. Highlights, burning a little bit. Shadows, I'm pretty happy with the shadows so far. Whites, yeah, bring them down a little. Blacks, I'm gonna raise it. Okay, clarity. Definitely want clarity on this one. Let's keep going up. Oh, maybe like this. Okay, now vibrance and saturation. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Vibrance, saturation, not much. Now, I think we lost a lot of detail here on the smoke. Let's see if we can bring some of that back. So I'm just gonna put a radial filter. Exposure, yeah, but not 4 stops. Definitely not 4 stops. Just bring it down maybe like that. And now let's use the dehaze slider to see if we can bring even a little bit back. Okay, you see that? that's too much, and then it starts to look unreal. But just a tiny bit brings a little bit of detail, and I think that works. Maybe I should put this further back like this. Exposure maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So this would be my edit. So now if you press tab, it removes the side panels, right? And now if you press Y, it will show you the before and the after. Before on the left, after on the right, obviously without the crop. If you press Y again, you go back to the same panel. Press tab to put the panels back. You can press the backslash button to see the before and after, which is what I usually do. But you can do it sideways if you want with the Y. Just by pressing tab though, you get a little bit more real estate in your screen. And again, if you want to go to full screen, just press F and you're done. So this would be my edit for this specific picture. Love the detail, and I just noticed it's a mini. Damn, that's a buffed up mini. Alright, thank you so much. Let's go to the next.
We've got this basketball image from Stefan Vliega. I think that's right, Vliega? Hope that's right, Stefan. Thanks for sending it in anyway. Right, let's go. So I'm going to give it a crop first, and I reckon this lends itself to a square crop. So I'm going to go 5x5 just for example. Let's just crop in a bit. Now then, horizon-wise, what do you go on the horizon? There's not a lot to go on really. Obviously this is going to be at a bit of an angle from where Stefan was stood, so I might actually just centralise the guys and leave it like that, I think. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that actually, because Stefan's obviously in the corner of the court, so he's looking across the court. So yeah, there's no barriers or anything or railings in or poles, so I'm going to leave it like that. That'll do for me. Right, sharpening. Let's have a look at the sharpening. Just zoom it in a bit. Obviously it's indoors, so it's a little bit grainy, but I think we'll get away with that. We'll leave it at that. There's a bit of movement in his hand there, but that's okay. Right. Let's go into camera raw quickly. Just see what we can do. I think the exposures aren't too bad. Yeah, that's probably lighten it a little bit. Don't want to lose them whites. I need to set up an action really. Just the clarity really that we can bring it out a bit, I think, without making it too grainy. Let's just have a look at a bit of saturation. Right, I'm happy with that. Back into there, then I just want to go on the colour balance a bit. Let's just see what it's like with a bit of, no, we don't want no reds there. That's probably a bit better. Right, out of that, into image, let's have a look at the brightness and contrast. I know I would have done the contrast once, but still not happy with that colour. Let's go back into colour balance, work on the mid-tones. Difficult one because it's an indoor one, so Stefan's done well really with this to get the colours. Right, that's that like that, so we'll go in highs. So we'll go at that and just take the... This is proving difficult. Let's cancel that. Oh, we're against time here. It would have been 2 minutes 47. Madness. Such an odd colour, really. That's about. I think that's that's better. Give me a bit of blue. That's better. Now let's have a look at the levels a bit. Let's have a look at that. Bit of noise in there. Let's just go back to camera raw again. Let's have a look at these things. This is a tip I've learned off John today, actually. John Hobley, thank you, John. Let's just have a look at this. 720. That's actually not doing a bad job. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's taken a bit of the noise out as well. Job's a good one. 3 minutes 38.
Okay, and this one was submitted by Stefan. Shot with a Nikon D750 7200. Okay, let's go then to chromatic aberration, lens profile. Nikon, where are you at? There you go. Did it pick the right one? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Now let's go in. Now, crop wise, unless I do some cheating to remove this guy, I'm gonna have problems keeping this guy's head in the picture, and there's not enough for a vertical unless I widen it. So to resolve all of this, I'm just gonna go 1:1 ratio, so square, and it would actually work out for Instagram, for example. So this would be my crop. Now you're at the end of the court on one of the sides, so the horizon, I'm not going to worry too much about that, because there's no way I'm going to be able to level it correctly. So I think I'm happy with this, to be honest. So let's start working on the exposure. Just raise it slightly for now, temperature wise. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, now the highlights. Okay. Shadows. Actually, the shadows look quite alright. Not gonna touch them for now. Whites. Bring back those bad boys. Okay, that's a little too much. Blacks. You see how without actually touching contrast, you can actually give a lot of contrast to a picture without even going near it. Let's just raise this a little bit. Okay, and now for the extra punch, some clarity. I'm gonna give it more than I usually do. Okay. Now, my dilemma here would be black and white or color. That's my dilemma, because as far as edit is concerned, I don't think I'd be changing too much more on this picture. Let's check the before and after. So pressing tab to remove the panels, pressing Y. Before on the left, after on the right. I'm pretty happy with that one, to be honest. I think I'd go with color. Let's see in black and white if we were to change it. See, black and white looks good on this picture as well, so it's hard to decide, but I think I'm gonna go with color. So yeah, this would be my final edit for Stefan's picture. It's a bit noisy, yes. Indoors basketball, it's always gonna be noisy. I'm pretty happy with the edit. Simple edit, I think, but I think it works in this case. Thank you, Stefan, for submitting your photo.
Right, got a good picture here of something I haven't seen before. Camogie over in Ireland. Thanks for sending this in, Bernie. Right, I might leave my crop. No, let's go for a 7x5 first off. 7x5. Now I'm just going to look at them. Yeah, that'll work out okay. Let's take that up there a bit. Give them a bit of space to be playing into. Not too much space. Right, then post at the background. That's what I'm going to use for my horizons. I presume. Let's just have a look at that wall at the back. Yeah, that wall's going away from us, but I think that's how the pitch is. Obviously, Bernie's going across the pitch again. We've got to go by these, really. Trees and these walls look vertical. Yeah, that looks vertical. And the wall is running away from us along from the pitch. So yeah, I think I might go with that like that. Yeah, might just bring it in a little bit here. A little bit there. Perhaps there's a lot of space anyway there, so let's just leave it like that. That's ideal. Right. do a bit of coloration. 1 minute 14. I want this to be the quickest one. Let's just take that. Yeah, that's better. The yellow there. So I'm just going to take that up to there. Take the levels down a bit. Yeah, that's looking quite nice now. That's okay. Right. Let's have a look at sharpness first. Oh yeah, we can probably get away with 1.5. Not a sharp image, that's too much. So let's go 1 first, see how that looks. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go out of that. I'll just try my football action. See what zhuzh it gives it. Whoa, too much. Miles too much. Right, so we'll take it back to the sharpness. Let's just go to filter quickly. 2 minutes. The camera raw filter. This is not far off at all. It's actually exposure. No, I don't need an exposure. Give it a bit more depth with a bit of contrast. We'll give that 15 contrast. Clarity, that's looking nice. Bit of noise in them trees, but not too concerned about that. Let's go 25 on that. Might just take saturation down a little bit. That's it, spot on. Yeah, I'm about happy with that, to be honest. 2 minutes 40, save that. 2 minutes 42.
Okay, and we have a camogie picture submitted by Bernie. Mark, if you've never shot a camogie match or a hurling match, man, you need to. You're missing out if you haven't. The fastest sport in the world with a ball, and it's just non-stop action. It's really a lot of fun to watch as well, but to photograph, it's one of my favorites for sure. Anyway, cropping wise, I'm looking at the grass at the very end and at those green poles just to make sure it's straight. I'm happy with this crop, so now let's scroll down to the usual. So removing chromatic aberration, enabling lens profile, Canon. Okay, that's a really weird warp. Let's look at the lens used. 400mm prime lens. Okay. And it's not here, and it's basing itself on the 15mm. So let's remove the chromatic, not the lens profile, and just go on. That's okay. There's not much vignetting going on either, and the warping seems to be okay. So let's just work on the image without worrying too much about that. So a little underexposed. Let's give it a little bit of contrast as well. Highlights, let's press J. Yes. Need to work on that. Okay, shadows. Just go in a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whites. It's like I'm removing everything in this picture. That's okay, we'll compensate elsewhere. Clarity, yes please. You know, it's funny because I don't think I'm ever much off from 30 on clarity. I'm usually around that number. For some reason it just fits with my taste. I don't know. Vibrance. Let's add a little punch there as well. Actually, I'm gonna remove a little saturation in this case. Not too much, just a little. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's check the before and after. Yep. Let's press tab, let's press Y. The before and after, before on the left, after on the right. Let's press Y again and tab, and we're back. If you want to go full screen, just press F, and that would be my final edit for this picture. Let's go to the next one.
Right, nice football image here from Rob Gray. Thanks for sending it in, Rob. Tricky one this, because I really want to keep that ball. We know he's celebrating. The keeper's reacting nicely. He's sort of reacting a bit. Let's just take it down as a 7x5 crop and see how we get on. I want to leave that ball going across the goal mouth, really. I'm going to take that down to a 7x4. Perhaps make it... I need to get this digital board out, really. Right, let's take it down a bit more. I'm going to lose that player on the right. He's holding his hand out, but I think we've got to leave that ball in. We've got to... Let's get him at thirds. Right. This goalpost. I'm going to go with the stanchions and the goalpost. Goalpost must be vertical, not like unlike Southampton's. I'm just going to... Might be leant back a little bit actually, because I'm going to go with these here for my horizons. That's about vertical now. What's this? This stairwell's about vertical. That brick wall's about vertical. Oof. Let's just bring him down a bit. You've got to keep that ball in play. Got to keep it in play. Right, let's just go in. Let's give it my football F5 action. Whoa, bit red. Let's take the reds down a bit. My action did not suit. Let's just take the reds down a bit. Okay, to that. Oh, I don't know if it's all gone a bit yellow now. See what we can do with that grass. I think we can still probably bring that in a bit more. Got to leave that ball in. Stop's just crying 2 minutes 3. Still not overly happy with them colours. Let's have a look at that. That's not bad. I'm just going to go back to the original colours. Right, take it all the way forward. Taking a bit of red out. Yeah, that's not too bad. What do it look like? A bit of shadow out. Let's have a look. Come on, camera roll. 2 minutes 38. Shadows. I think that'll about do us. I don't know about clarity. No, I don't want any more clarity. It's giving it too much noise, I think. Let's just have a look at the actual colours in general. I think that's about right. Crikey, 3 minutes 10. Can't leave it at that actually. Goalpost looks about white. White's, the tones are good. Shirts are white. Do we need any sharpening? Possibly have a quick look. Crikey, 3 minutes 31. Whoa, no thank you. We've got enough there, I think. I have got a little bit of sharpening in my action anyway, so. Oh, it looks a bit green still. Just not sure. Just leave it with -3. Yeah. Right, I'm stopping at 3 minutes 55.
Okay, and the last picture is by Rob Gray. I'm pretty sure people watching this video, if you like sports photography and you're on YouTube, you have seen his videos. I have even done one video with him, and he just seems to be a really fun guy to be around. Great sports photographer as well. So check out his videos. Just search for Rob Gray and you'll find them. Now, crop wise, I think I'm gonna have some issues because I want to keep the ball, I want to keep the goalkeeper, and I want to keep this guy. But I think there's too much space below and above. Let's see what happens when I switch to 16:9. Yes, better. That's better. Now on, I don't want to cut that guy off at the back either, so probably gonna go like this. Now for the horizon, man, that's a level image. I'm not gonna touch it actually. I'm pretty happy with this. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So let's work on the picture. So exposure, I think it's a little underexposed, so I'm just gonna raise it slightly and then we'll go from there. Okay, now highlights. Pretty good. Let's just lower them though. Shadows. Bring it up a little bit. Need to be careful when raising the shadows. Like Mark said on the last video, you start seeing noise if you raise them too much. So you need to be careful when you do that. Some people call it grain. I call it noise. I think Mark calls it grain. It's the same thing though. So blacks. Yes. Let's keep checking. Oh, and I haven't, have I? I don't think I have, no. And I know you photographed with Canon, Rob. Was it the 10-22? I really hope it was. Let me check the difference. It's the vignetting there. I'm not going to enable it on this one. Okay, so develop. Let's continue with the edit. Now, texture no, clarity just a little bit less. Let's go all the way. Yeah, that's way too much. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't think I'm gonna add too much more to this picture. Let's check the before and after. Yeah, I think I'm done with this picture, to be honest. I don't think it's fine when a picture doesn't require that many edits. That's a good sign, isn't it? I think it is. So before on the left and the after on the right. And yeah, that would be my final image, my final edit of Rob's picture. So this is it, I think. We're done. Did I make it under 4 minutes?
Well, that was brilliant again. Some different crops, and I've got to get into Lightroom and sort out some techniques, because I really like the way that David used the gradient tool, especially on Cameron's mountain bike frame. Thought that was great. I use dodge and burn, but I think the gradient tool is better. So even if I've got an image like that in the future, I'm just going to nip into Lightroom, use the gradient tool, and then back into Photoshop. But I must get on with that, because that was really cool the way that David edited that frame of Cameron's. But yeah, 1 or 2 different crops again, which was good. Perhaps I cheated a bit when I used the content aware tool and removed the rear bumper off that truck on the rallying shot, but oh well, there we are. I'm in trouble for cheating, perhaps. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Keep sending your frames in and we'll keep doing this. As long as you send them in, we'll keep doing it. It's great fun, and I'm sure we're all learning. I'm certainly learning some techniques on Lightroom, so yeah, job's a good one. So leave any comments below, it'd be great to hear from you. Let us know what you think. Slightly shorter editing, have we missed stuff out by going shorter on the times? I might have done, perhaps. Obviously I was using shortcut actions to put a bit of contrast in, and that. Would you rather I chose each individual method and you saw it on the screen? Let me know anyway, it'd be interesting to see what you think. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. It'd be great if you'd hit that subscribe button. Go and check out David's channel. His description is links in the description below. And also I forgot to mention Rob Gray, who sent in the football image. He's a fantastic guy. He's got a channel on YouTube as well. He's a sports photographer over in America, and I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. Go and check him out. He's a really good, fun guy. You'll love his videos. He's really fun to watch. So yeah, go and check Rob out. Go and check David out. Thanks ever so much, guys. Keep safe. Take care. Catch up soon.